Good morning, dear students. Today I am going to explain History Chapter 2 Growth of Indian Nationalism. Before starting the chapter, we should know that what is nationalism or what is the meaning of nationalism. So, the nationalism is the desire of a group of people who share the same race, culture, language to form an independent country, or a feeling of pride for your own country is also called a nationalism. So, when this feeling of nationalism come into the mind of the people, so the Mughal Empire started break into the part after death of Aurangzeb. Taking advantage of this situation, the East India Company started interfering in the politics and want to rule over whole India. The defeat of Sirajud-Dowla, the Nawab of Bengal in the Battle of Plassey in 1757 marked the beginning of the British political control over India or British imperialism. Just after the 100 years, the Indian people started the revolt against the British rule. This revolt of 1857 also called a Sepoy mutiny, because there were the many causes were there for the start of this revolt. In the previous chapter we already studied about that the economic causes, immediate causes, political causes were there, and also we studied about what were the result of a Sepoy mutiny. Uh, this revolt of 1857 was to a great extent a bit of an Indian for political freedom and first step towards the national struggle for freedom. The rebels wanted to drive away the British from India and make Mughal Emperor Bahadur Shah Zafar II their actual ruler. Uh, as we know, the result of though this revolt of 1857 failed, but results were far reaching. This revolt marked the beginning of national awakening in India and inspired the struggle for independence. British administration introduced Western education and learning. In this Western education aroused among the Indians a new spirit of awakening. Means the influence of Western education was a important factor for the birth of Indian nationalism. By this time, the education in India had stagnated. During the early part of the 19th century, the Christian missionaries, along with some progressive Indians, initiated some measure to revive the system of education in India. Some changes that we can see in the early 19th century in the education department. The schools and the college were opened in many places in Bengal as well as in the rest of India. Sir Charles Wood, President of the Board of Control, presented the first comprehensive plan for the spread of modern system of education. Previously, the education was normally imparted by the vernacular medium, but the introduction of the Western education, where they're imparting the education through English medium schools. So, this modern system of education in India introduced by Sir Charles Wood. The Wood's dispatch presented a systematic education hierarchy from primary through the high school and college to university. He encouraged vernacular at the school level and English at the university level. Also, he provided the scholarship to the uh, presented by the meritorious students by the government. Means they are encouraging to the people to get the this Western education. So the system of this education influenced the Indian people far. Indian come under the influence of this Western education and the Western philosophy and revolutionary ideas. These ideas of the American War of Independence, Russian Revolution, French Revolution give birth or arouse the spirit of freedom in the mind of the Indians. Also this another significant result of the spread of this western education, that we can see the people come into contact with the radical thoughts and the political thinkers like Rousseau, Voltaire, Burke, Macaulay, Spencer. These are the important person. With that, this radical thoughts, they come into the contact with these people. Also, the another important of this Western education, we can see the regional political leaders could now gather on a common platform and discuss their issues and communicate their ideas, which collapse of language barriers. So the people, those who are the regional leaders, where they're already the nationalism come into their mind, so these are the person, they got one uh, common platform where they can discuss about the issues or the communicate with their ideas with each other. The Western education brought a new uh, class of people who began to raise the voice against the British imperialism or domination. Initially, this Western education introduced by the British because the new system of education to create a permanent class of humble subservient Indians, always ready to serve the interest of the British administration. So initially they have started this Western education because of this cause. But beside this, the positive uh, influence that we can see through this Western education, the Indian people are, the feeling of nationalism come into the mind of the Indian people. Also, the Western education um, he helped the removal of the social evils which was normally prevalent in that time in the society. It set in India on the road to progress of modernization, brought economic concept industrialization, means they come to know about the how this British people are dominated in the last 100 years. And so this uh, influence come with the Western education. Then create employment opportunity also in the this one more positive effect that we can see through the Western education. When hundred of Indians become qualified for the jobs, British government had to no choice and give most of them a job. So this is also a positive effect that we can see in create and employment opportunities. Removal of casteism, that evil, this evil of society, casteism or caste system were prevalent that time in also in the society. This also to their people are thinking, or the reformers, those who at that time reformers were there, those who are thinking about to removal of this casteism. Then improvement of the condition of women, as in the previous the condition of the women was not so good, especially the widows, or those widows condition was not good, they have to stay at home and can't come out. Also the sati system was prevalent at that time in the society, where the widow would burn herself to death on her husband pyre. Previously this was means willingly that lady or have to do that, but in the later period it was forced uh, practice, where the any lady husbands died with her husband, that lady also burned. So this type of sati system also prevalent in India. So the some reformers were there, those who inspired with the Western education and the radical thoughts and the political thinkers, they are have started against of this and removal of this practice which was uh, prevalent in that Indian society. They were inspired by the ideas of nationalism, democracy, self-government. This also they inspired with this nationalism. Now they are thinking that we also can control, or we can also rule our country. So this type of inspired the ideas of nationalism. Now the second is the development of means of transport and communication. Here the development of modern means of transport and communication like roads, railways, post, telegraph services help in the growth of nationalism. How? The necessity of the administrative convenience also, uh, because the especially the roads, when the britishers made these roads, the britishers can reach interior of India and get raw material at a very cheap rate. And this, when they are buying this raw material in very cheap rate, immediately they make the this take the raw material and send into the then, and finished food they sell and in the double cost in India. So this is a profitable business for them, and that is why they started this. Then also the other thing is that the provided the golden opportunity to British to invest in India or collect great profit in this process or progress. So this is that is why they have started this uh, development of means and transport, better control over the different region of India, because it is not very easy for them to reach in interior parts. And when they've started this means of transport, they easily they can control over the different region of India. It enabled to send the military personnel and uh, suppress all types of revolt and establishment effective political control. So these are the positive effect that we can see in through the transport and communication. In 1839, telegraph was laid between Calcutta and Diamond Harbour by private sectors. So this now they have started the telegraph phone, and these are the started they started this. Then this after that